Hi lovely people, welcome back to my tutorial for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I sincerely appreciate you guys from my heart. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching my videos. And please, if this is your first time stopping by, kindly help us by hitting on that red icon to subscribe. And also touch the notification bell to be the first to be notified whenever I upload a new video. So now today's class we shall be looking at how to make a two-step flay dress. Okay, so here we'll be cutting the down part of the dress first. All right, so here I will fold my fabric into four. Okay, as if we are cutting our normal peplum. So the full length I'm working with is 32 inches and the half length is 11 inches. So when I minus the 11 from the 32, I'll be having 21 inches. Okay, so for the down part, we'll be having 21 inches. So I'll add extra 1 inch for my lining and for the joining of the waist to the upper part. So here I'll be folding 22 inches. Okay. Okay, so I folded my fabric into four. I folded into two, then I fold again. The way we used to fold when we are cutting our peplum. Okay, all right. So the next thing to do is to divide our waist measurement by 6.28. Okay, so 6.28 divide by 27, which is the waist, the circumference of the waist. We have 4.2. Okay, so because of the zipper allowance, we'll be adding instead of cutting 4.2, we're cutting 4.5. Okay, all right. So here I will mark my 4.5. I'll just mark it round. So I'll just connect that. So the next thing is to determine our length. So here we'll be cutting the upper part of the fillet first before cutting the second fillet. Okay, all right. So remember that our full length is 32 inches minus 11, which is a half. We have 21 inches, then extra 1 inch for our for lining of it and for joining it to the upper part. Okay, so we have 22 inches. So because it's a two-step, the down one of course supposed to be longer than the upper one. Okay, so we are cutting the upper one first before cutting the inner one. Okay, so that one now will be minusing since we are cutting 22 inches. Okay, since we are cutting 22 inches for the full length, so we'll be cutting 18 inches. Okay, for the second one. So here I will just mark my 18 inches. I'll just mark my 18 inches round. Okay. So I'll just connect all my dotted lines. So after this, I will go ahead now to cut this out. I would have loved to make this full circle, but because of the length won't be enough, we'll be cutting the second one in a bias form. Okay, so I'll just open up one side. Okay, so here we have our full circle. So for the second one, you just hold one of the tips of the wrapper. Either you hold here or this other edge this way. Okay, then you fold it like so. Remember, we are making a full circle. Okay, after this, I'll divide my waist by 4, and I have 6.75. When I divided by my waist, which is 27 inches, divided by 4 to give us 6.75. So I'll add extra 1 inch because I'll be adding this. This is the front part, so I'll be adding the both side to the back. Do you understand? As in the back would be into 2, so I'll need some allowance to join it to the back. Okay, so I'll be adding extra 1 inch for that. So I'll just place my tape this way to mark out my 7.75. Okay, so from here now I will take our length, which is 22 inches. And from here I will mark my 22 inches. Okay, I'll just go ahead and cut this out. So I will use this now to cut out the back piece. This is not equal. So much. So let me chop out this excess. Okay, so I have to spray the wrapper, then now place the front that I cut out to it. Okay, I did not fold this one, just place it, then now place this one that I have cut out to it. Okay, then I'll make sure that I have up to 1.5 inches for my zipper here. Okay, so here I have to adjust it so that we have 1.5 inches for my zip. Okay, so I'll just go ahead now and cut this out. So after cutting this, I will use this one now to cut out the second back piece. Okay, so now you have to be careful because to avoid cutting the same piece. Okay, I'll just place, this is my back face, so I'll just make sure that the back face faces the other back face. Okay, so this is the back face and here is the back face of this one. Okay, so back face now faces the other back face. Okay, so here this is the front and this is the back piece. Okay, so I'll just cut the lining for it and line them up, and I'll also cut lining for the first step. Okay, so here we are done with the down part. So coming to the upper part. Okay, for the front, because of the shape, the way the wrapper is now, I intend to manage this wrapper as much as I can. So what I have to do is to cut out the front piece first, then place it to cut out the back piece. Okay, so I'll be starting my measurement from this point. Okay, the half length I'm working with is 11 inches. I'll be adding an extra one, which will be taking half for the joining of the shoulder and half for the joining of the down parts. Okay, so here I will mark my 12 inches. And I'll connect with a straight line. The shoulder I'm working with is 11 inches into 2 to give us 5.5. So I'll mark 5.5. So because this is an underedge, I'll be using 2.5 for the slope. Okay, so here I'll be using a ½ inch to connect the slope. Okay, so this ½ inch now, I'll just connect it to this 2.5. Okay, this is a dress of a girl of 9 years. Okay, so I won't be using an adult slope. Okay, so here from this ½ inch now, I will take the armhole, and the armhole measurement is 13 inches into 2 to give us 6.5. So from this ½ inch now, I'll mark by 6.5. So I can, to be sure, I have to place like this to get my 5.5. Okay, which is here. So I'll just connect this. And I'll make a straight line here. So the bust I'm working with is 28 inches divided by 4 to give us 7 inches. So from here, I will mark my 7 inches. Then I'll add extra 1.5 for ease. The waist I'm working with is 27 inches divided by 4 to give us 6.75. 6.75. Then I'll add extra 1 inch for our dart and 1.5 for ease. So I'll just connect this. Okay, so I'll just look for half here to mark half of this will give us 3.25. So I'll just connect this. So you can use your French cuff to get the armhole too. Okay, all right. So for the neck, here I'll be making use of for the neck width. I'll be using 3 inches for the neck width. 3 inches, and for the neck depth I'll be using 3.5 inches. So this is for the front. So because I'm using this to cut out the back, I will just connect this line, but I will not cut it out. Okay, I'm just trying to get this well. Okay, so I can just go ahead now and cut this out. Sorry, I can equally, the front is usually deeper than the back. Okay, so let me just mark it, but won't cut it out yet. Okay, so I'll just use 1/2 inch here, then I'll connect it this way. Okay, so after cutting my back, I'll now cut out the second line, but for now I'll be cutting out the first line. So I'll use this now to cut out my back piece. Okay, here I have my back. So I have to place back the front to it. So here I can now mark this. But first I want to okay. Then I'll be using 5 inches for the back. So I'll connect this. So this is the back and this is the front. So I'll just go ahead now and cut out my sleeve. Okay, so for the sleeve, I'm using 6 inches. Okay, then here is my calf's height. I've done a tutorial on how to calculate your calf's height and how to get your perfect sleeve. Okay, so I'll be dropping the link on the description. So if you don't know how to do that, just click on the link and watch. Alright, so the armhole is 13 inches, which is 6.5. Okay, so here I'll mark my 6.5. Okay, then I'll just add 1.5. So I'll connect those now. Like I said, if you don't understand what I'm doing, don't worry, I have a tutorial on that. Just click and watch it and you will understand better. So the round sleeve is 8 inches into 2 is 4, so I'll add extra 1.5, which is 5.5. Okay, so I'll just connect this. Okay, so I'll just go ahead now and cut this out. So I'll use this one to cut out the second piece. Okay, I'll just go ahead now and cut out my lining for the upper part, the sleeve, and the down piece. Then after that, I will use them to turn out the dress. Okay, then after turning it out, I'll use my body measurement to shape out the upper part. Then I'll come back and show you how we'll be attaching the down part to the upper part. Okay, I've finished lining up my dress. This is the upper part, and I've also attached the sleeve and close up my my sides with the allowance. Okay, I've used the body measurements to shape out the both side. Okay, so this is the peplon. That's the this is the first and the second step. Okay, so I'll just go ahead now, and as you can see, I've attached the both sides, the back to the front. Okay, so I will just join the waist together. Okay, I'll just sew it to hold the two, then now attach it to the upper part. Okay, then after that I will use I'll close up the down parts, then leave some allowance for my zipper. So I'll just attach my zipper. Okay, and that will be all. So thank you so much for watching till the end, and please, if this is your first time, don't go without subscribing. Thank you. Okay, so this is the result of our dress. As you can see, it comes out very beautiful. Okay, so this is the first and second step. This is the front part. This is the zip.